good evening, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to a brand new RPG that I will be playing each Sunday going forward, Solasta, Crown of the Magister. Since last week I finished Disco Elysium at last. Now it is time for a new RPG, and a very, very different genre. Going from a dystopian murder mystery to Dungeons and Dragons, licensed directly from Wizards of the Coast, no less, is quite a change. Hello, Ark. Good evening. Welcome. I was just about to get into the game. So your timing is perfect. Now this game's a little unusual in that when I am tabbed out of it, it makes no noise at all. So y'all are going to be able to tell when I flip back and forth between windows for once. In any case, brand new game, new adventure. Now, we have the authentic tabletop rule set for players unfamiliar with tactical RPGs or the rule set, or for players who prefer to focus on the story. Exploration and combat will be simplified. I think I may play Explorer mode. I'm familiar with tactical RPGs, but the rule set of the game I'm not so familiar with. Well, there's also Scavenger for players who are ready for a harder challenge, or Cataclysm mode for players looking to defy the odds. You will suffer a lot. But, you know, when I want to suffer in a game, I play Darkest Dungeon. So I'm torn between the authentic mode or the Explorer mode. You know what, let's play on Explorer. There's also Iron Man mode, which only the latest save can be loaded, and all saves are destroyed if the group is defeated. But for this particular game, if there is a wipe or people die and I can't resurrect them, I will save scum. So Iron Man is definitely not a thing that's going to be happening right now. So, tutorial party setup. This pool lists the available characters that you can select for your adventures. Some characters have been generated by us if you want to quick start your adventure, but we advise that you create your own party of 4 adventurers. Now in this case, I have gone a very simple route. I have rolled my own character, but I will be using the pre-made characters for the rest of the party. So, here is Foxwine that I made previously, who will be coming along with us. You can roll all 4 of the party members, and I could have rolled Foxwine on stream, but character creation is a time-consuming process, and I actually had to spend a lot of time discussing things with my partner, because I'm not as familiar with the rule set, but my partner plays much more tabletop. So for this, I will definitely be bringing along this cleric here. Cecilia Esbury is coming along with us, because I refuse to travel without a healer, darn it. For our frontline, I'll be using our Dwarven Paladin here. And for extra oomph, we will be bringing along Nyala Wildwind, the High Elf Wizard. And this will be the party going forward. Adjust the brightness and contrast until both lines of the 5 sigils are visible, with the leftmost sigil barely visible. Wow, that's quite a difference. I don't know, for me, the defaults work, so I guess I've got my screen in the right place. I mean, I can just see. Like maybe. Okay, maybe more like that. Let's try like that. And it's a loading screen. Casting spells consumes spell slots. Most classes regain spell slots after a long rest. But yeah, I have a great interest in tabletop systems, and I've been very, very slowly watching Critical Role. I'm actually still in the first campaign season of that one. And there's a few podcasts that I've dipped in and out of. Please don't ask me to name them all. I honestly would not be able to remember. But except for one very disastrous experience back in high school, I have not actually played tabletops myself. I've been in the same room as it being played. I have occasionally been a female voice when the DM doesn't feel up to it. But that's about as far as I've gone with actually playing tabletop. I can't name them all, Ark. I can't. I honestly would not be able to remember. Although I will say that I did try the first 2 or 3 episodes of Into the Motherlands, and I would have watched more, but I just couldn't stand how slow it was. The system that they use for that one is just this incredibly dice-heavy system, and the way that you use them, you have to explain which dice you're using and why you're using those dice and the reason why those dice are the dice in this situation, and it just drags everything out so long. I couldn't bear it. It was very interesting, but I just couldn't stand how long it took to do anything. Like, I remember early in, the group was flying somewhere and encountered some sort of situation where they had to fly around some flying debris or shoot down the flying debris or whatever. And it took hours for them to just say, okay, I'm going to power up the shields, and having to roll to be able to power up the shields. It was... like, I wasn't the only one learning that system. All the players were learning that system. The only person who actually knew how it worked was the DM, and I think that was part of the problem, but... I was much more interested in the role-playing part of that one than in the actual gameplay. So ask a time and someone tells you how to make a watch. Something like that, but it's just they have various skill dice or racial dice or whatever. Like, you'll have dice that you can roll as a point of pride, but you have to explain why you are proud enough to be able to, you know, use these dice for this situation. And some dice, once you've used them, you consume them, and
before
some
the
dice you
cataclysm,
don't. And
there were no gods on Solasta. No humans either. Then, the rift opened. Some say it was a magical accident, or the work of an evil god. No one knows for sure. The cataclysm destroyed the old High Elf Empire. Manicalan, they called it, and twisted the land beyond recognition. Now, only the brave and the foolish go there, in search of ancient treasures. But something is happening deep in those Badlands. Whatever it is, it can't be good.
guess we're going to the Badlands. It's the year 1024 after the Cataclysm. New states have arisen around the Badlands and crave its treasures. A newly discovered road offers a safer route into the ruined heart of the Empire from the Principality of Masgarth, upsetting the balance of power. The Legacy Council is formed to ensure that this knowledge is shared. It issues a call for agents to explore the Badlands in its name. Adventurers flock to Caer Cyflin, the Principality's capital and the home of the Council. 4 strangers meet in the Gravekeep's cask, close to the Council chambers. Okay. We're going to the Badlands.
This beer tastes like donkey piss. Not that I'm complaining.
Is this the place for the Legacy Council job? Hope I'm not too late. Ran into a bit of trouble on the way here.
Sit, relax. Perhaps you'd enjoy a pint of this obnoxious ale.
If you're here for the council job, get in line. Though if this Lord Karen doesn't show up soon, I may go looking for him.
Another round, barkeeper. 4 of your finest flagons of donkey piss, please.
Looks like you've been waiting here a while.
Indeed. You mentioned something about some trouble. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, I was making my way here when 3 bandits leapt from the bushes with crossbows. They dragged me off to some decrepit prison and tossed me in a filthy cell that smelled of rat piss. Don't know what was holding the place up.
Okay. I wonder why everyone hunches over the table like that. Alright, I'm just going to take a quick moment. Let's see if I can make things run a little bit smoother by turning some stuff off here. Okay, escape the bandit's prison, find a way out. Okay, so it's click to move. Character selection and basic movement. Select your character by clicking on the character in the 3D view or in the character's portrait. To select the whole party, use the Select All button at the bottom of the portrait display. You can also drag a rectangle around one or more characters to select them. To move, let's click on the destination. Valid destinations show a round marker when you mouse over them. Invalid destinations show a forbidden sign. Right-click and drag to rotate the camera view and change your perspective. You can also rotate using the buttons on the compass at the bottom right of the screen or by pressing Q or E. Use WASD or the arrow keys to move the camera around and hold down W while focused on a character to zoom in on them. Okay, I'm going to say understood. This is not a very good prison. The door is wide open. Is this stuff over here? Apparently not. Attack, cast spell, or cautious for character actions. Oh, nice. It kind of makes the wall a little transparent so that you can continue seeing your character if you rotate too far. That's good. Journal. Click on the Journal button to open the quest log. This will give you more information on your current objectives, along with some useful context. Note that the journal contains much more information than the quest log. The log lists your current objective, which you must complete in order to move the quest forward. You may also have other optional objectives. The log also gives you hints and context to help you understand the subtleties of your quest. Your successes and failures are all recorded here. Okay. So that would be this? Yes. Escape the bandit's prison. Find a way out. There must be a way out of this crumbling prison. The bandits left you in a ruined cell. There must be a weak wall or a hole somewhere in one of the other cells. Alright, and, okay, close. So a weak wall? Or a way out? Like a door? To crawl through a hole, click the other side. You can get a better view of the other side by rotating the camera. Use Q or E or move the mouse while holding down the left button. Your character will automatically kneel, crawl, and stand up as appropriate on the way to the desired destination. Nice. After moving the camera around to examine your surroundings, you can center on a character and follow them. Either double-click the character's portrait or press Tab while controlling this character. I am not going to remember all of these controls. There she goes through the hole. Oh, click to loot this container, happily. What's in the box? What is this? I've found a torch. Sure. Let's put that in the secondary hand, just in case I find a weapon. Oh. Let there be light. Okay, so this appears to be a dead end. Highlighting I just figured this out. Press and hold the Alt key to highlight various interactable objects, doors and chests, etc. Alright. Alt, and it's the one that I already looted. Excellent. So any minute now I should get a tutorial on how to equip the torch. Oh, there's something else. Highlighted elements are interactive. The cursor indicates the action that can be performed: opening, pushing, activating, lockpicking, etc. If an action requires a dice roll, the difficulty class will be displayed. Okay. Just shoulder it out of the way, sure. Where am I supposed to click? There we go. Oh, and you can climb things as well. I see a chest over here. To jump or climb, simply click on the destination. Depending on the character's strength and proficiency with athletics, you can jump and climb between 2 and 5 cells. You can always jump over 2 cells, drop down 3 cells, and climb up 1 cell, or climb up easy surfaces like ladders or ropes without any trouble. Above, a character with strength below 15 and no proficiency in athletics cannot jump far enough to reach the chest. Okay. Below, a fighter with strength 15 to 20 can jump across 3 cells, so can a character with strength 11 to 14 plus proficiency in athletics. Okay. In general, the critical path is always open to characters without superior physical abilities. However, optional loot is sometimes harder to reach. Don't give up though, you may find another way to get to this chest. A potion of healing, very nice. We'll just loot that since we have a nice loot all button here. What else, if anything else? Well, there doesn't seem to be any other loot around here. That's interesting, though. I'm very curious about that. What happens if I click on that? Whoa, quite a jump. That's kind of impressive. Oh, because I dropped the thing on top of it. Well, that's my own foolishness. No path to this destination anymore because I dropped the column on top of it because I didn't even see it there. What a pity. I should have crawled through the wall after all. Oh! I believe I might have just crushed those bandits. Very inadvertently. Click on a chest or other container to loot it. Everything you carry affects your weight gauge, so be careful of reaching your weight limit as it will slow you down a lot. Equipment and light sources must be placed in the appropriate slots before they can be used. I did. But would you prefer if I used juiced? Some items can stack in the same cell on your inventory. The maximum number of units depends on the item. To split a stack of items, drag and drop the stack onto an empty cell while holding down the control key. This will take 1 unit from the stack. Okay. I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to write that down. Control to split stacks. Okay, so suddenly things appeared in my inventory. Alright, silver, I think, a ration pouch, and arrows. Suddenly, I have a lot of equipment. And I have a scroll of Revivify as well as the potion of healing. Well, let's take the stuff. Since she's got a crossbow, I sense that arrows are going to be quite useful. She's got a backpack, she's got her holy symbol, she's got scale mail, a light crossbow, a mace, and a shield. Nice. Ah, you're right, but I do appear to have 20 crossbow bolts, so as long as I'm careful about it, I should be okay. Well, apparently the bandits are so under the rock that I can't even loot them. Although I'm not sure the cleric would want to loot them anyway, so...
Nice move, that trick with the wall. Glad you're no worse for wear.
This council needs to get organized. They have no right to keep us waiting like this.
The council is likely busy with important matters of state, and we are not, so have patience.
Well, let me tell you my story then. I too was accosted on the way here, but I faced my foes head on.
Let's hear it then. Don't be shy.
So now I get to learn how to fight with a paladin? When he said accosted, I expected something more humanoid. A battle starts, and my initiative is very high. Tutorial, dashing. Moving to a point in the yellow area uses your main action to dash. Dash doubles your maximum movement for the turn. However, you cannot use your action to attack or cast a spell. Remember that you can move normally and then decide whether to dash further or to use your action for something else. Okay. I'm a melee combat, so I don't know why I would need to dash. I believe that what I would want to do is step forward and hit a wolf. Cross the bridge by getting rid of the wolves. Yeah, I think yeah. Hold Alt for more info. A wandering wolf looking skinny and weak but famished. 4 HP. Click to attack the target. Will do. Farewell, wolf. I can still move, but I can't attack again, apparently. Okay, so end turn. The wolf misses me. To attack an enemy using your default weapon, mouse over them and left click, which is what I just figured out. You can also cast an attack spell or switch weapon configurations and use another weapon, a ranged one, for example. Depending on the character, some special abilities are also available. You try to shove an enemy back. Oh, the shoving! You can try to shove an enemy back or down. Select shove and choose from the available options. If you shove an enemy backwards into a pit, they'll fall. If you shove an enemy down, they will be prone, remaining vulnerable until they spend move points to stand up. So, okay, let's try the shove thing. Whoops. I gotta remember about that. Okay, shove the wolf, push away. This one. Oh! Oh! That wolf is so gone. Sure, okay. Did that hit? I don't think it hit. Hello, Rainbow Jedi. Welcome. This is the tutorial. I've just started. I just started 40-ish minutes ago. So it is the tutorial. I'm learning how to run combat right now. So far, well, it's very pretty. And the tutorial is framed as a group of people telling stories to each other in a bar. So I have no objections so far at all. Let's see, dodging tutorial. Clicking dodge uses your main action and provides the following benefits. Until the start of your next turn, all attackers you can see have disadvantage on their rolls to hit, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws. Alright. I'm just gonna hit the wolf. I'm just gonna hit the wolf.
You can't win.
Okay. New objective. Disengage and push the rock. But they're dead. I'm guessing the rock is over here? Yeah, there it is. Tutorial disengaging. To avoid an opportunity attack, you can use the disengage action. For the rest of your turn, you can move close to enemies freely without any risk of opportunity attacks. Disengage uses your main action though, so you won't be able to attack or dash during this turn. Wow. Okay, so this is, they want me to disengage. If you take the disengage action, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks the rest of the turn. Okay. Alright, proceed, because tutorial. And... why can't I go? I disengaged. I'm confused. Well, apparently I'm not allowed to move. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, my. And another wolf falls into the chasm.
What a bunch of namby-pambies. You're lucky you weren't attacked by Sorax.
So we're just gonna stare at this wolf head?
That's right, mate. It's always good to be lucky.
The Badlands are thick with them, shape-shifting bastards.
Go easy on him. He's just a harmless old drunk. Probably saw lizard folk or dragonborn or something.
You think I don't know the difference? All those spines on their backs, those jaws. You've never seen anything like it. Not lizard folk, not troglodyte, not dragonborn, I'm telling you.
No one believes in Sorax anymore. Except the Church of Einar, of course. There's a Sorak under every bed if you believe them. Easy now. Don't mock people for their faith.
Read them books. Sorax are masters of deception, infiltration. Anyone here could be a Sorak. You'd never know.
Oh, come on.
You'll see.
So, anyway, Sorax might be legend, but orcs are quite real. And not just in the Badlands. I stumbled across a secret settlement right here in the Principality.
What?
I travelled here from the east and left the main highway, hoping to save time by traversing the hills. The views were magnificent, but I should have kept my eye on the path, because it gave way beneath my feet, plunging me into Stygian darkness.
The
Oh,
elf says Stygian.
that's going to leave a mark.
The elf says Stygian, but the subtitles say gloomy. Okay, so once this finishes freezing, I guess, this one is the wizard. So perhaps this is some sort of casting tutorial, one hopes? Lighting and light sources. In Solasta, you will explore deep, dark places without natural light sources. It makes exploration and combat harder, especially for characters without dark vision. You can equip torches or cast light spells to reveal your environment for your whole group. Yes, you can create your own character to play the game with. I only created one character, the halfling in the conversation there that was Foxwine. That's me. I created that one. The other characters I'm using are the default characters that basically came along with the game. I'm not wholly familiar with the systems, so rolling one character took me a really long time. So you can customize your character, or you can use the pre-made characters. Or you can do a combination. As I made my character previous to the stream because character creation is time consuming and not terribly interesting, I feel. So I have a halfling rogue that I rolled up for myself, but the others, well, they're the characters that came along with the game. Okay. You can light flammable items like torches on holders by interacting with them while holding a torch, or by casting a flaming spell on them, like the cantrip Firebolt. Okay, so I believe the way I'm supposed to go is this way? I thought I saw something shiny over here. Leave the cave, light your way. So this looks, here we go. Here's a torch. Light the 2 torches. Okay, I can do that.
Blessed are the Lightbringers.
Examine the totem. Okay.
Upon my word, this is an orc hideout. The Malador is unmistakable.
Our wizard talks to herself. All right. Healing. If your character can cast healing spells, like a cleric for instance, press the Cast Spell button and select a spell in order to recover lost hit points. You can also use a potion found in nearby loot. Open the inventory and right-click on the potion to use it. Okay, do I need to? I think I might need to. I think that means I have 3 out of 8 hit points. Okay, so... Oh yes, here we go. Drink potion. Okay, slightly better on the hit points. Nearly missed that chest. Another healing potion, another torch, a couple of arrows, and a ration pouch. I will happily take all of that, thank you.
There they are. Discretion is clearly the better part of valor in this instance.
Cautious mode. Activating cautious mode makes you slower, but it grants 2 benefits. Hidden objects and traps are easier to find, and you are harder for enemies to spot. When an enemy starts to notice your presence, a gauge appears over their head, giving you time to react and return to hiding. Remain 3 cells above the enemy in this mode, and you can't be detected. I would say that my main complaint in this instance would be telling, you know, just how many cells. Okay, so cautious mode. How well does cautious mode work with a torch? I wonder. Apparently cautious mode works just fine with a torch, thank you. I think it wants me to click the thing. Ah. Okay. Sneak back over there then. Perhaps I don't need to be quite so cautious now. Loot this container? Don't mind if I do. Abyss moss. It must be useful for something. Unknown creature. Ah. Okay. What else have we got here? Whoop. I'm sure I saw something shiny over here. New waypoint added. Okay. The visibility, yeah, pretty much. Oh, that must be the... long rest save point that it mentioned. Well, let's get ourselves down there.
No other means of egress is apparent. Fine. I shall wait until they go. These creatures do hunt, right?
Take a long rest. To recover hit points, special abilities, and spells, you must take a long rest. To do so, you need to gather your party around a safe place and have one ration of food per party member. Safe places are represented by a campfire. They are shown on the location map. Many spellcasters know more spells than they can recall at a given time. Prepared spells represent those a character can use by spending spell slots. Check your hero's list of known spells and choose which ones you want to prepare. Spells that are not prepared cannot be cast. Many characters know more spells than they can prepare, so choose carefully for the given situation. She's level 1. Can she really know that many? Well, let's start a long rest then, as she yells at the top of her lungs. Hit point recovery. When the rest is complete, recover all hit points and half your hit point dice maximum. Alright. Upon rest of completion, you will recover these features, spell slots. Your character's actions after the rest is complete, prepare spells. Okay. Start a long rest then. Okay, so prepare spells. She has 2 slots and knows 6 spells. Burning Hands, Featherfall, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, and Shield. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Detect Magic probably is not going to be handy in this situation. So yes, I'll stick with this. Okay. She has fully consumed a torch. Whoops! I probably could have put that away before resting and not consumed it. Okay, I guess it's time to go. How do I go? Oh, there's a hole here. Okay. That makes things simple. We'll just crawl through the hole. Now, if I were a way out... Oh, I'd be right there.
I would have slaughtered every one of those green-skinned monsters.
Orcs have a very distinctive stink. I'm beginning to think Lord Charon might be a mythical creature.
We've all told a tale of our travels here. All but one of us.
Yeah, but I have good reason for that. It's none of your bloody business.
You can't have a true friendship without trust. What are you hiding?
Fine. You want to know the truth? I stopped on the way here to visit an old friend of mine, and discovered he was up to his eyeballs in debt with a loan shark.
Oh, that's not good.
Indeed. He put up a family heirloom as collateral and wanted me to reacquire it, because, you see, I can be quite stealthy when necessary.
Oh yeah, I'm a halfling rogue. Because halflings make good rogues in this system. Well, the spell prepare thing is like the tabletop game. The makers of this game have tried very hard to make it play as if you are playing a tabletop game, just, you know, with a really fancy version of Roll20. Okay, so... well, currently it is nighttime, which makes things very gray and dull, and the underground is obviously stone-colored. But the outdoors where the paladin was fighting was very beautiful. There were lots of gorgeous trees, and you could see the bushes and everything in the canyon that I was throwing the wolves into. So I expect that there will be a lot of stone in my future. But I expect that there will also be color. It doesn't look like the game is going to be various shades of mud, at least. Stealth. Use cautious mode to move stealthily. Enemies can hear you if they cross your noise circle, and they will spot you as soon as you leave cautious mode. Your noise circle depends on your armor type and your stealth skill. Also, it's a good idea to avoid moving into an enemy's field of view while carrying a light source. Remain in cautious mode for the whole duration of this mission. You must make a stealth check if you attempt an object interaction while within hearing range of an enemy, such as opening a door or chest, or even pickpocketing, and you will remain undetected only if you succeed. Cautious mode allows you to find and follow tracks. I admit there have been a lot of games that are various shades of mud. This does not appear to be one of them, although, yes, I do still. As I said, I expect a lot of stone in my future. Okay, so I guess we're following the tracks. Stealing from the barrel. Right-click and drag to rotate the camera view and change your perspective. You can also rotate using the buttons on the compass at the bottom right of the screen, or by pressing Q or E. Use WAS. Oh, this is the same one as before. Why is it telling me again? Thieves' tools. Handy. Now I have 2.
Ah, Liam. Always thoughtful.
Ah, okay. Nice big hole in the wall. And a guard. Reach the next courtyard. Let's just scooch along the wall. Lockpicking. To try picking a lock, mouse over a locked door or chest and left click. If you select your whole party, the most skilled character is automatically chosen for the task. You must have thieves' tools in your inventory to try picking a lock. being proficient with these tools will help. Okay, let's... Where am I going? That is the question. I keep trying to use the middle mouse button to rotate. Whoop. Oh, no, no, no. No, that's way close to a guard. Nope, nope. More guards. If I just delicately scoot myself around here. Honestly can't be certain I'm going the right way. Where am I supposed to be going is the question. Through this door, maybe? Okay, we'll skitter across the open. What do we have here? Angry bush with angry violets. Once again, must be useful for something, but I have no idea what. Okay, so find the treasure room. I was supposed to come to this courtyard, so the way to the treasure room must be in here somewhere. Oh, this looks promising. Oh, very promising. Inside is good.
Wait, a trap.
Okay. Click to try to disarm this trap. I'm probably going to get a tutorial about this just after I finish doing it. Disarming traps. To disarm a trap, you must first detect it. If you try to open or lockpick a chest with a trap that you haven't detected, you'll only find out about the trap when you trigger it. To try disarming a trap, mouse over it and left click. You'll need to make a successful dexterity check. These tools will help if you are proficient with them. I am! Some traps can only be disarmed by triggering them. If you fail to disarm a trap, you may trigger it or lock it, or simply need to try again.
I just needed one hand.
Okay. Is that the way I need to go?
Hold it. A trap.
Another one. On a chest. Okay. Oh, this is the treasure room. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can't disarm that one.
Piece of cake.
Liam's heirloom. And some money. Sure, I'll take that. I'll take that too, definitely. What about that other chest? Can I take anything from that chest? Darn it. Okay, escape from the fort, so back out the way I came, I guess.
There you are, you filthy crook!
You? What? You're drunk. Get out of here before I kill you.
Think you scare me? Not anymore.
A grave mistake.
Liam, what the heck?
What are you doing here? I told you I'd take care of it.
Critical characters. Sometimes in the course of your adventure, some non-player characters may become critical. This means if you let them die, the game is over. If you attack an enemy while undetected, you gain the advantage of surprise. That means you have advantage on your roll to hit, and your opponent cannot react before the next turn. If you are a rogue, your attack will be a sneak attack, dealing extra damage. Ha 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 ha. I get to go first? No, he gets to go first. Oh, this is a terrible angle. Hold on. Click to switch to a short bow? Yes! Attack from above! Let's do that. I rolled a 20. Oh my.
Are you four here to see Lord Karen?
Guess I don't have to escape after all. Okay, I get to choose who answers. The wizard, who's asking. Foxwine, we're not here to get drunk. Or the paladin, maybe we're here looking for a fight. Definitely not going with the paladin. You know what? Let's go with my answer. We're not here to get drunk.
Well, we're not here to drink ourselves to death.
Well, thank you for making that clear. Well, if you're here for Lord Karen of the Legacy Council, that would be me.
Let's see. We're ready. So you're real then. Or we should get paid for waiting. You know what? Let's go with the paladin this time. We should get paid for waiting.
Fine. I'd like to present you with a bill for the time we just spent cooling our heels.
Feel free. The Council's bursary enjoys a good laugh.
Can you tell us more about the job?
Well, I suppose it's better if you know what you're doing. What do you want to know?
About the Legacy Council? Oh no, wait, we're good, actually. Are you our employer, or about the Principality? Let's ask about the Legacy Council.
We hear this is a mission for the council, but what is it exactly?
Dear Mareike, you don't know? I'll try to make it simple. But you know, politics? The Council includes representatives of the most powerful and influential organizations in the Eastern Kingdoms. It was created to lead a joint effort to explore the Badlands.
What are the Eastern Kingdoms? We know enough. What organizations are there? What are the Badlands? What are the Badlands?
What are the Badlands, really?
Simply put, they are a monster-ridden, chaotic wasteland that used to be the elven empire called Manicullen. It was destroyed about 1,000 years ago by the Great Cataclysm. Now, only ruins remain, full of forgotten knowledge, riches, and dangers.
Okay, sure. What are the Eastern Kingdoms?
Which countries make up these Eastern Kingdoms?
Simple. The Principality of Masgarth, here, is in the middle. The Snow Alliance lies to the north. The Kingdom of Galavan to the east, and the New Empire to the south. All friendly, more or less, but the peace is fragile.
What organizations are there?
What are the organizations you mentioned?
The Council is, how to put it, a non-governmental organization, meaning that state governments are not represented to avoid partisanship. Instead, there are delegates from the Guild of Antiquarians, the Tower of Knowledge, the Arcaneum, and the Circle of Denantar. And the Church of Einar guarantees fairness, led by Marshal Beric Sunblaze and Oathkeeper Lyra Keen.
Alright. Alright, that's enough.
I think we know enough now. Thank you.
Are you our employer?
Are we going to work for you?
Not exactly, no. I'll be your contact with the Legacy Council, which you will serve as deputies. That's why we need to go there and get you sworn in.
Sworn in. Lovely. Okay, what about the Principality then?
What can you tell us about this place, the Principality?
We don't exactly have the time. Anyway, the Principality of Masgarth is ruled by Princess Kaiwood Silverflower. We are a wealthy state with fertile lands and the easiest access to the Badlands through a pass called the Copperhead Road. We're in the capital, Caer Kiflin, which was once part of the ancient Manicullen Empire of the High Elves. Hence the magnificent elvish buildings up there in the High Tower. While we don't have a state religion, all of the major faiths of Solasta are represented here, though we tend to favor Einar, the god of valor and fidelity.
Alright then. We're good.
We should go, don't you think?
Very well. Come, gather your things. You're late for your swearing in.
Hurry up and wait. The story of my life.
I have to admit, I kind of enjoy how my personal character is the one that's kind of... Okay, I think we've learned enough. Let's go! Let's get ourselves going. Away with us! And another loading screen. Always everybody's favorite part of any game, the loading screens. Although I admit this is a nice sort of a portrait thing. And these faces, I have to say, they're very carefully rendered. I wonder if these are the devs or people that the devs know represented here. Because, well, in general, the outfits and stuff are very generic medieval, shall we say. These look like real people's faces. To me. I admit, I am not quite as good with art as I am with writing, but... When rolling an attack or ability check with advantage, 2 d20s are rolled and the better result is used. When rolling with disadvantage, the worst result is kept. I knew that, but it's good information to be provided. This is also very pretty, but much less with the people. The game is thinking very hard, whatever it is it's doing. I keep getting the blue spinny cursor instead of an arrow key, and that worries me. It's trying to do the same thing as Disco Elysium, where it's just trying very hard to crash, but somehow not. Although I will say the loading screens for this are way prettier than the loading screens for Disco Elysium. Now Disco Elysium was definitely a game that was rendered in various shades of brown. It worked very well for that game. But a dystopia is very different from a fantasy universe, at least one would hope. I would hope that this isn't a dystopia. But it's very hard to say. All we really know at this point is that it's a monarchy, but it's a strange sort of monarchy. I do wonder why the place is ruled by a princess instead of a queen. You'd think if she's the main ruling body that she would be queen. Or possibly Empress, depending on how they do it. You get princesses or princes in either of the types, But whether you get an empress or a queen, well, that really depends. But being ruled by a princess seems a little unusual. Perhaps we'll have something about that revealed to us at some point. This is taking a very long time to load. I do wonder what's holding it up. It doesn't appear to be trying to crash anymore, though. At least there is that. Well, I spoke too soon. It's trying to crash again. What is happening? Why is this taking so long? The initial loading screen to get all the characters into the bar didn't take this long. I am starting to have many concerns here. I'd hate for my scheduled stream time to run out with me still on this loading screen. Although that would be an incredibly long loading screen if that were the case. Nominally, I still have just over another half hour. Exactly, Rainbow. It's interesting that the game is struggling so much because according to my processor indicator, this is not actually putting all that much load. Admittedly, the processor indicator has nothing to do with how much the RAM is being tested. But still. Well, the loading thing has become animated again. I'm going to take that as a good sign. I kind of wish it would rotate through tips, at least, with the really long loading screens like this. Well, in any case, I shall use this as an opportunity to speak about myself. I am Foxwine. I am a variety streamer. I stream normally 3 days a week, except for 1 week out of the month, which happens to be this week, when I stream on the second Monday of the month with a game that doesn't really fit into any of my other stream days. So I will, in fact, also be streaming tomorrow. I'll be streaming an action MMO called Soul Worker tomorrow evening. It's a very shallow game, but it allows you to beat up on an incredible number of monsters of varying humanoidness. And I figured that it would be fun to play it for a few hours this upcoming Monday. That would be tomorrow, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then back to my usual schedule. I'll be streaming on Wednesday with a group of my local writer friends. We'll be playing Among Us together. And then after that will be Try Not to Die Thursday, which is a day that I play a game where I either try not to have my own character die or try not to get my characters killed. Currently, the game that I am using for this exercise is the original Disgaea RPG game, and I have been failing miserably. Last week's kill count was 27, which, yeah, definitely a lot more death than expected. We'll see if this upcoming week has more or less death. And then on Sunday nights, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, I play a long play of an RPG. Up until this week, I was playing a game called Disco Elysium, which was a murder mystery investigation, but in a dystopia in an alternate history. I understand that, Rainbow. I didn't know that the loading screen was going to be quite so long. It's rather disappointing, honestly. I didn't expect this loading either. But yes, since I finished Disco Elysium, I decided to move on to another RPG in my library, and Solasta happens to be very new and one that I have not played at all yet before, so I decided to give it a go. And it's decided to give me a loading screen that just goes on forever. It's like I'm being punished. I thought the loading screens in Disco Elysium were bad. This is going for the prize. And alas, it's not even giving me good music in the background either. Just this sort of low drone sort of thing. It's good anticipation music, but it's been going on for so long, the anticipation has died. I wish I understood why it's taking so long. In Disco Elysium, the longest loading screens were whenever I went to the outside world because it was all connected together, so the whole thing had to load. I wonder if this is the same problem. If it is the same problem, just how big is this all one connected thing that it's taking this long to load? That's very strange. It's still loading. Why is it still loading? I do not know. But it becomes harder and harder to fill up this time. And something very strange is going on with my stream manager now. What on earth is happening here? Oh boy. Okay, yes, there was a bobble in the music there, but I caused it. I am playing this in a window so that I can easily click on things like my stream manager and such, which I am going to have to do again. So the music is probably going to go away again. Yep, there it goes. My stream manager has turned into a black square for some reason. I appear to still be sending the stream, but the stream manager, the whole program is just a black square now. The temptation would definitely be to put it on the Be Right Back screen until this thing finishes loading, but I can't with it like this. It's like it knows. Well, we'll lose the sound for a moment, but I might as well run some ads, I guess. Oh, wait, there comes my screaming program back. Let's go to a Be Right Back screen, and I'll run some ads, and we'll see if the loading screen actually finishes loading by the time that that finishes. It's honestly very strange. I've never had such a loading screen to my memory in a game before. Very unusual. It is trying. I am watching it in the background while I run the ads. And it is the loading is still animated. The little circle there is still spinning. But the loading hasn't actually happened yet. Very strange. Well, the game appears to be wanting to take a moment, so I'm just going to mute myself for just a bit and have a good stretch and possibly find a pillow to scream into because of this loading screen, and I will be right back. Alright, I took so long to find a pillow to scream into that it finished loading, so let's get right back into it. Click to start. Something's going to happen, right? Right? The sound will stop. Again. The music has changed. I choose to take that as a good sign. This has got to be one of the longest loading screens. Oh, running water. Please, game, why? I may have to turn down the graphics for next week's stream, but we appear to have the party now. Tutorial: Finding your way in Kairkaifen. The Principality's capital is a large city. Right now, you need to find the Legacy Council, Once you've been there, you'll have access to the fast travel function, but for now, you'll have to walk a little. Go north and walk up the stairs to Sunblaze Court, then take the stairs west to the council. I'm going to write that down because... yeah. Okay. North. And then up the stairs to Sunblaze Court. Then stairs west. Okay. So, thank you, understood. So the first thing we do is we identify which way is north. And promptly overshoot. I want to make it so that north is the top of the compass, like that. I hope that there's a way to rearrange party configuration, because this is not right. This is not right at all. The paladin and the cleric should be up front, and the halfling and the wizard in the back. The rogue and the paladin being behind the rogue is a problem. Okay, are we going north? I don't think we're going north. That is very unfortunate if true, Saitamacha. If it's alright if I just call you Saita, also welcome. I don't believe I've seen you here before. Is this the right way? I don't think this is the right way.
Stay in the light, citizens.
No, no, I definitely have not gone the right way. This is an upstairs. Ah, it is good to know, but yeah, most likely I will turn down the graphics for the next stream. This looks about right. I may well look into that. There's not a lot of space on my SSD. It's I only have an SSD for my C drive. But it might be worth it if the game will run a little bit better, because this rotation is maddening. Okay, so I made it to the court, and then I want the westward stairs, which should be over here, I think. I've learned a bunch of embassies as waypoints.
Nice gardens. I never thought I'd get so close to the embassies.
Well, this person has an exclamation point. That's...
Look at the size of this council hall.
I would if you'd let me.
So this is what they spend our taxes on.
Look. Is that...
The princess. Wait, is she leaving? Apparently so.
Then who will administer the oath?
You didn't really think the princess would be the one administering the oath. Let's see. It's not her role. We're too low for her. Or the maid who empties her chamber pot. Perhaps not the snide answer. Let's go for it's not her role.
There's an oath keeper for that, I think.
You thought it would be the princess?
If not her, then who? Or she doesn't rule the council? I mean, he kinda answered this in the bar, but she doesn't rule the council? Okay, hey, let me click.
Doesn't she lead the council?
No. In this chamber, she's just another delegate. Lady Keene, the council's oath keeper, is trusted by all.
Lord Karen,
Yes, milady.
are these your new deputies?
They are, milady.
My name is Lyra Keene, Oath Keeper of the Council.
Shh! Quiet, everyone!
And I will be administering your vows. Once sworn in, you will carry the authority of the Council wherever you go. Your every action will reflect upon the Council's reputation. Remember that. Always. Now, please, raise your right hands. Do you, each and all, solemnly swear your lives and allegiance to this council, and promise to carry forth our mission to protect our alliance from any who would threaten the common good?
I swear.
I swear.
Excellent. Lord Karen will enter your name into the council's register. Thank you for your service.
Congratulations, deputies.
Wait, that's it?
Let's focus on the mission. That was long enough. You were expecting a parade? You know what? That was long enough.
Frankly, the speech was long enough for my taste.
The formality reflects the solemnity of your oath, but more would probably be immodest. So, the mission. As I'm sure you know, the Council maintains a number of outposts to secure the border between the Principality and the Marches. One of them is the former Imperial Fortress, KLM. It's held by some 50 troops under the command of Captain Henrik. He sends us weekly status reports, or rather, he used to. We haven't heard a word from him in 3 weeks. Leave immediately for KLM and find out if anyone there is still alive. If Captain Henrik or anyone else is still breathing, bring him back. The Council wants a first-hand report.
We're good to go. Tell us about Captain Henrik. Wait, you spoke with the Marches, or sounds dangerous. You know what? Tell us about Captain Henrik.
What can you tell us about this Captain Henrik?
A fine officer. more than 15 years in the Principality's army. He inspires trust, loyalty, and courage, hence the decision to post him there, facing danger.
You spoke with the Marches?
Wait, these Marches, they're not in the Badlands, are they?
The Marches are a no-man's land, between the civilized world and the Badlands. It's outside the chain of mountains that really define the Badlands. We wouldn't send you in there, yet.
Sounds dangerous.
A whole garrison gone? There are only 4 of us.
Just find out what happened. Run back if you get scared.
Got it. Though we were hoping for a first mission with more riches than risk, if you catch my drift.
You don't get to choose your mission, I'm afraid. So, gather what you need and go. Time is of the essence.
We'll just have to loot everything to make up for it. Alright, we're good to go.
Right, I guess that's that. It's on to KLM.
Please, not another loading screen, please. Please, no loading. Please, no loading. I don't know that he actually told us what direction Kerlem is in. Hopefully the journal will have something to say about that. Faction relations. The 5 council factions have representatives in Caer Caeflin. They can sell you equipment, spells, and many other things. The better your relationship with a faction, the more they have to offer, and the lower their prices. However, these factions are in competition with each other, which means you can't please them all. Various subquests will give you opportunities to improve your relationship with one faction or another. Keep an eye on the faction section of the journal. Press the map button to open the location map. When a waypoint has been found, you can use it to fast travel to another place in the location. For now, you can fast travel to return to the Gavekeep's cask. Possibly what we're being told to do? Okay, journal. Level up. You now have enough experience to level up. To do so, you must take a long rest. Head back to the Gravekeep's cask and speak to Carol, the owner. He will tell you how to get a room while you're staying in town. You can use the map's fast travel function to return there quickly. Ah. Okay. Okay, that's a good reason to go back to the bar. Now, where is the map button? Short rest, open the map of the location. Opening the map. Yeah, definitely gonna turn down the graphics for next week. I'm confused why everything's gone sepia all of a sudden. Ah, okay. Okay, so it's kind of the same. Angry Bush, unknown content. You know, I might want to check that out before I leave. That was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, there it is. What have we turned up? More loading. Oh yeah, it's having problems here. Oh, more angry violets. Sure. Still don't know what they're for, but it can't be bad to have more. Now, let's see. Is it by any chance? Okay. I'll have to figure out what button is quick save. Oh wait, it was F5. All right. Just in case. Okay, there is the Gravekeeper's cask right there. So if we click on that, we'll fast travel there? Are you sure you want to fast travel to this destination? Time will be fast forwarded accordingly. Yes. That's pretty impressive. The way the little character portraits just zoomed through the map, that was very impressive. Okay, so... Unknown drunk? Guy with exclamation point. Guy with exclamation point. What a lovely black screen. It's incredibly black. It's Ventablack.
Hello, adventurers. What can I offer you?
A menu would be nice. Oh no, it's too pretty. Goodbye, your beer tastes bad. Tell us about this place. We need a room. We need a room.
We'd like to stay for the night.
Sure. Just walk up to the suite and settle in.
A suite?
It's more like a large bedroom, really. But you know, this is the capital city.
It's the capital city, so they won't just call it a bedroom. No, it must be a suite. But in my opinion, it's not actually a suite unless it's got a table in it. Maybe a couch. Long rest complete. You've recovered all hit points and half your hit dice maximum. There are level ups to be done. Honestly, is going to be the hardest part of this evening. Especially with the way the loading keeps going. Foxwine is now a level 2 rogue. I have gained an additional hit die. An unlocked cunning action. Can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used only to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. Hide! I like hide. Apparently, at least at this low level, you can't multi-class. Maybe later, but it's hard to say. This game does not have as many classes as there is available in Dungeons & Dragons. They are slowly adding classes, but multi-classing may be a little out of their reach at the moment. Still, I don't mind. I don't know what I would do with multi-classing right now. Alright. Thank you for that. We'll level up our cleric as well. Gained hit points, gained an additional hit die. Unlocked class features, Channel Divinity. You can use Channel Divinity actions once between rests. Channel Divinity turn undead. Channel Divinity to force undead creatures within 6 cells who can see you to flee unless they make a successful wisdom saving throw. Or Channel Divinity preserve life. Restore hit points 5 times cleric level to 1 or more allies within 6 cells up to half their hit point maximum. Nice. Okay, we'll finish her up. We'll level everybody up and then we'll prepare spells, I think. So we'll level up the Paladin. Hello, game? Solasta, why won't you love me? $11 hit points. Nice. An additional hit die. Unlocked Divine Smite. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can spend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 additional radiant damage, plus 1d8 per slot level above first, plus 1d8 when hitting an undead or a fiend. Okay. Fighting style. Choose a fighting style as a specialty. And Paladin spellcasting. Can cast spells from the Paladin spells list. Where or how do I choose a fighting style? Oh, next. Okay. Select fighting style. Defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, or protection. Tutorial on fighting style. Some character classes allow the selection of a fighting style. This fighting style grants you specific advantages to using combat techniques and equipment. Some character classes are granted a secondary fighting style at higher levels. Okay. I have to admit I'm very tempted to go for the great weapon fighting, but we'll read the text on all of them. Defense. While you are wearing armor, you gain a +1 bonus to AC. Okay, straightforward. Dueling. When you are wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls with that weapon. Tempting. Great weapon fighting. When you roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die for an attack you make with a melee weapon that you are wielding with 2 hands, you can re-roll the die. You must use the new roll even if it is a 1 or a 2. The weapon must have the two-handed or versatile property for you to gain this benefit. Or protection. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be wielding a shield. Well, I'm definitely not going with that one because I have no idea how to get a shield for him. So I think either dueling or great weapon fighting for my taste. You know what? I'm gonna go for dueling. Simply because he currently has a one-handed weapon and I don't know when or how I will be getting another one for him, let alone how much it would cost to get a two-handed weapon. So let's go dueling. And now he has prepare spells too, but first we're going to level up the wizard. Six hit points, 1 additional hit die. Well, in the picture there he was holding it with one hand, so we'll see if I made a good choice or not, I suppose. Arcane Traditions grants you specialization with a certain kind of magic. Wizard spellcasting, 2 spells to select. Unlock class features, Arcane Recovery. Once per day, when you complete a short rest, you can recover a number of expended spell slots, max 5th level, up to half your wizard level, rounded up. That's nice. Okay, so we get to choose a specialty. There is Green Mage. Green Mages are the heirs to the ancient tradition of the Sylvan Elves. They are wardens of the forest, specialized in nature magic, and also reliable bowmen, trained to survive without spells if need be, as they had to in the wake of the Cataclysm. There's Lore Masters. Lore Masters are obsessed with the lost knowledge of pre-Cataclysm times. They know the old empire had superior magic, and they long to learn more about the lost spells and rituals. Their magic is focused on gathering all possible knowledge. And the Shock Arcanist. Shock Arcanists were the battle mages of the Manikilon Empire. Their teachings have survived the Cataclysm to become a renowned and feared magical tradition taught in every major magic school. I'm probably going to set aside the green mage because I already have I mean, it's tempting for when the spell slots run out, but I think either Lore Master or the Arcanist. You know what? Let's go Lore Master. Let's gather knowledge. Advantage on Arcana, History, and Investigation ability checks. Advantage to copy scrolls to your spellbook scroll, and potion crafting costs and times are halved. Oh. I like that, but now I'm curious about what it says for the other ones. Shock Arcanus, Arcane Warfare. When casting spells from the war list, they count as being cast as one slot spell level higher than the one you actually use. Burning Hands, Magic Missile, Thunder Wave, Acid Arrow, Scorching Ray, Flaming Spear, Fireball, Lightning Bolt, Ice Storm, Cone of Cold. Oh. Oh, I see. And Green Mage. Green Magic. Spells from the Green Magic list are considered wizard spells for you. Animal Friendship, Detect Poison and Disease, Entangle, Fairy Fire, Goodberry, Hunter's Mark, Long Strider, Bark Skin, Pass Without Trace, Lesser Restoration, Find Traps, Protection from Poison, Conjure Animal, Create Food, Daylight, Wind Wall, Giant Insect, Freedom of Movement, Identify Creatures, Contagion, Insect Plague. That's so much! Smithing. You are trained to craft basic ammunition with smith's tools, arrows, and bolts. Proficiency in light armor, proficiency in short bow, fighting style archery. Natural Explorer. You benefit from the same advantages as rangers when in a forest environment. Oh. Oh my. These are all good. These are all good. Oh no, how am I supposed to choose? Hit like a truck, basically be a hybrid class between ranger and wizard, or half potion making time. You know what? I take back what I said about not needing another archer. I'm going Green Mage. We'll find you a bow somewhere. Select new spells or cantrips to learn. Let's see. Acid Splash, Annoying Bee. Like, I'm pretty sure the ones that are lit up are the ones that I already know. But I can't choose cantrips anyway, so... Let's see. Animal Friendship, Charm Person, Color Spray, Comprehend Languages, Entangle, Expeditious Retreat, Fairy Fire, False Life, Grease, Hideous Laughter, Hunter's Mark, Identify, Jump, Protect versus Good and Evil, Sleep, or Thunder Wave. Let's see. Animal friendship. Choose a beast that you can see within the spell's range. The beast must make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for the spell's duration. Well, the cantrips don't actually have the plus symbol on them, so, no, I can't actually click on the cantrips at all. I'm very tempted by Entangle here. Enemies in a 4-cell square area are restrained if they fail a strength saving throw. I rather like that one. Let's choose that one. Maybe Hunter's Mark? Could also do Thunder Wave. Ooh, or Identify. Oh, that's very useful. I'm going to take Identify. Yes. Okay, so let's prepare spells now, I guess. Let's see. Our cleric... She's currently has Bane, Guiding Bolt, Healing Word, Inflict Wounds, Protect versus Good and Evil, and Shield of Faith. And she has Bless and Cure Wounds through her domain. I'm good with this. This is good. Alright, and the Paladin. Bless, Cure Wounds, Divine Favor, Heroism, and Shield of Faith. Works for me. And Burning Hands, Entangle, Featherfall, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, and Shield. Yes. I will leave Detect... Maybe somebody should have Detect Magic. Yeah, let's take off Mage Armor and put in Detect Magic, just in case. Okay. As a ritual? I'm not sure what that means. But in any case, it is nearly midnight, so this is actually where I'm going to call it, even though it's going to be a bunch more maintenance quests at the beginning of next stream. Buy some food for the journey, it says. But yes. Menu. Save game. we'll just call this Foxwine, or Foxwine's Journey, actually. Because I'm extra like that. So, next week we'll come back and go shopping for food, I guess. Thank you all very much for joining me for this. Solasta will return again next Sunday, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where I will be continuing with lower graphics settings, one hopes. I will also be back again tomorrow night for Mid-Month Monday. It's a special stream. I don't normally stream on Mondays, except for the second Monday of every month. This month it is going to be an MMO called Soul Worker, which doesn't have much of a plot, but does involve kicking the butt of many monsters. It should be fun, I hope. I believe it will be fun, which should make it fun. And then on Wednesday, I will return at as close to 7 p.m. as a group of people can be brought together in their various schedules to play Among Us with a group of my local writer friends. And then the next day at 7:30 p.m. for Try Not to Die Thursday, I will be continuing my playthrough of Disgaea and hopefully killing fewer people and characters and various. And then, as I said before, Solasta will return again on Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where I will be continuing and hopefully going to Care Lem, depending on how long shopping takes. If there's haggling, it could take a while, but we'll see. We shall see. In the meantime, for anyone who is curious what I've been up to in the RPGs before now, I just completed a playthrough of Disco Elysium last week, and the entire thing is available on my YouTube channel. It's all together in its own playlist. There is 35 sessions of it, and the last one is a doozy. Many, many, many hours of me investigating a murder mystery, along with everything else that I can find to investigate. Because. And with very long loading screens, but not as long as the one that I had tonight. Wow. So, despite the incredibly long loading screen, this game has been gorgeous, and I am intrigued what I'm supposed to be doing. Investigating a fort that's gone silent does sound interesting, so that is definitely something that I'm going to check out next week, I hope. In the meantime, it's been a great night, and I hope that it was a great night for all of you, and that you have a good night going forward. Good night!